Some know her as a mom, co-worker, or friend. However, most people know Valerie Calhoun as the newswoman they wake up to for the information to start their day. In an exclusive interview a few months back, I had the privilege of talking to the 3-time Emmy-award winning journalist, and we discussed everything from her experiences as a journalist to the future of the Calhoun brand. Have you always had the journalism bug in you?
Here's the thing. I did, but I didn't realize it until I went to college.
You stumbled upon it.
Yeah, my mother, you had to declare your major when and I said, I don't know. My mother said broadcasting, because you love to talk, and you always have, and I have. So I signed up for that, and I was still, that sounds okay, but I'm not sure, until I worked at the campus radio station, and I was hooked. I loved it. The bug bit hard.
Who were your biggest influences in broadcasting?
Diane Sawyer. She was and is, to me, the best.
Yeah.
She's fantastic.
What is one of the most embarrassing moments in your career that you just kind of laugh about today?
Wow. I was the first job in South Carolina. I was a bureau chief in Myrtle Beach. Dream job, right? Near the beach, working for that Florence, South Carolina station. I was a one-man band. Ernie and I laugh about this when I told him about it actually a few months ago. There was a guy, a suspected killer, and they were doing the walk down between the courthouse and the jail. And so we're all there with our cameras, and we're walking backwards, shooting the video. And I'm as green as grass, and I wanted to get him to say something, anything. So I said, "How do you feel?" And he said something very off color, one word. And I stopped, and then I thought, well, I'm not going to let that stop me. He was trying to embarrass me. And I said, "Well, how does that feel?" And he looked at me and said, "Don't you know?" It was awful.
Oh.
I can't say what he said, but you can probably figure it out. Yeah. But you'll learn by making mistakes like that.
One of the most memorable stories that resonate with you, still resonate with you today?
Wow. There's several. I will tell you that here in West Tennessee, in the Mid-South, if you've never seen the damage a tornado can do, it will make you think about hearing those sirens. You'll react completely differently. A little town just north of Beebe, Arkansas, just north of Little Rock, and Jackson, Tennessee. I covered tornadoes in both places. You would see entire streets of a neighborhood like yours or mine, gone. It's devastating. Mother Nature, I mean, she can pack a punch, and that will change you. Another story, and it was not as heavy, but early in the career, Myrtle Beach, there was an escaped inmate, and my news director just said, "I want you to get video, and we've got to have it for the news." And keep in mind, I'd been out of college for just a couple of months, and so I've got my camera. I'm looking for this search, the manhunt, and what we know now is you really don't see much of anything. You may get one guy with a dog, but you're not going to see them like spreading out in the field normally. So I went looking, and then I thought, well, where does this guy's mom live? I looked up the address, went to Mama's house, and there he was. So I interviewed him. "How did you get out of jail? Why did you leave? Let me take you back, because you know they're going to get you anyway." He wouldn't go back with me, which really is a good thing, because I was not very smart. But in saying that, but they did find him later that day. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Finding the inmate before the cops.
Yeah. Wonder why the cops,
That's what I said. Why didn't you go to his house? They thought he had tipped me off, and I said, no, I just went to his mama's house.
In April of 2002, you had a little bundle of joy named Bo, correct? Do you see a budding journalist in him?
Sometimes.
You do?
As you and I talked a moment ago, he is already writing his own books. Has been since he was 4. He was dictating them then. So he writes books. He wants to make a movie. You said you did when you were 10. He is trying to make the Lego movies now. He also has a script and a storyboard set up to do a movie. So I think he's going to do me one better.
What do you want your legacy to be? What is Valerie Calhoun's legacy?
Wow, that's a good question. I haven't really thought about it, but I guess I would say that I want people to know that I care. These stories are personal to me about our people. When something happens, like the baby left at Walmart.
Yes.
I hope that mother gets help. And that child, I hope that child doesn't know about it for a very long time, and then until that child can
Because that can be traumatizing. That will be traumatizing to the child. So, yeah.
So I guess I want people to know that I really do care. I'm not just somebody sitting on the set with a lot of makeup reading the script.
What advice do you have for young aspiring journalists like myself? What would you tell somebody?
The classroom is a basis. The reality is you've got to have experience. So I would say, go to the radio station, go to the TV station, say, I'll volunteer. What can I do? If you can get a paid job, even better. What can I do? Learn every aspect of the business. And the internet. I mean, you guys, younger folks today are so internet savvy, and that's where we're all headed.
And you can catch Valerie Calhoun along with Ernie Freeman and the rest of the Good Morning Memphis team from 4:30 to 10 a.m. on WHBQ, Fox 13. In Memphis, Joshua Bolden.